Hi Libra, this is going to be your reading from August 20th through the 26th. It is good for the Sun, Rising, Moon, or Venus sign of Libra. Keep in mind this is a general reading. It's not a personal reading, so it will not resonate with everyone that watches. Check your Rising, Moon, or Venus sign if this doesn't resonate. You could find messages there instead, or you can simply book a private reading with me for something more personal. The link to my website to schedule is in the description below, you guys. Also, check out my sister channel called Soma Chandra Libra. It's Libra Nation over there. I'm a Libra and I have a channel dedicated entirely to that sign. But I also read for Sagittarius on that channel as well, and Cancer on Soma Chandra Libra once in a while. Those are the only placements in my natal chart, but I love and read for all 12 zodiac signs. If you're new to this channel, welcome, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. It is a pleasure to be your messenger today. I have your reading all laid out for you. Sometimes I drop the cards on camera, sometimes I don't. But for some reason, I felt like I really wanted to take my time with your reading, Libra, and get it all laid out and clarified and just take a look. I feel like this is going to be the end of August is going to be kind of amazing and intense for you guys. I have the Fool and the World. If the Fool and the World come out for Libra one more time, you guys have been going through endings and new beginnings for quite some time, but I think it's you've had those cards come out for you because that process can take a while, and the Fool and the World are both finally in the upright. I think that you guys are going through some pretty big shifts and changes because of the oracle cards. The first card that came out for you was forgiveness, reducing burden. There needs to be some forgiveness between you and another person in your life. I love the message of this card. I've read it many times, so I don't need to reference it. It says that sometimes we drink poison because we're upset. We think that if we drink the poison, someone else will die. But the truth is, when we don't forgive ourselves, we carry a burden only on ourselves. So reduce burden this next 7 days by just forgiving as much as you can yourself and anyone else in your life that you feel has harmed you. It will reduce a burden and make way for new things. Skull of Flowers came out next, Creating Through the Ashes. I think that you guys have been through some endings that will allow you to create a new chapter for yourselves and a new journey that will bring a lot of heightened creativity and a lot of happiness. You will get creative through these endings. Some of you have been through some tough stuff, and it's like something is burned down for you and you are creating through the ashes. And I did notice at the bottom of the deck, death, the eternal cycle begins here. There's a moth of transformation, and death is here as well at the center of it all for you. So endings, changes, creating something new through the ashes. That's really beautiful, Libra. So again, at the center of it all, we have death. Perhaps some of you have Scorpio in your chart. Death can be a slow process. The tower is sort of a rip the band-aid off kind of quick kind of change or ending. Death is a slow transformation. You will be going through a death process of some kind. Some of you, this can be an illness or even a literal death. For any of you that are dealing with that, I'm sorry. But as you go through this transformation, do not be afraid of what grows in the place of what dies. Out of the ashes, the phoenix will rise, and you will create through the ashes. It will also help if you reduce those burdens with forgiveness. If you face any challenges this week, these will be your main challenges. The Nine of Wands in reverse to the Page of Swords in reverse. So watch for people that are gossipy. Watch for not getting all the information and all the facts you need. I can see that either you or someone around you is having a difficult time communicating and sort of all talk, no action. So make sure you put your money where your mouth is. Make sure you're thinking of the most appropriate ways to communicate and getting all the facts moving forward. Watch out for an idle tongue and making hasty decisions. Some of you are meant to be in a mode of discovery and curious. But if you feel as though you need to stop exploring something because you've gotten enough facts, just make sure you handle it well. The Nine of Wands in reverse. I have the Nine of Wands in reverse and Strength in reverse. So for some of you, you're feeling very overwhelmed and low energy, feeling like you can't make it back to base camp. The Nine of Wands is Love is a battlefield, life is a battlefield, but I can make it back. I think that some of you are ending something and just throwing in the towel here. The challenge will be making sure you have good boundaries moving forward. If you feel like you can't communicate in a situation anymore and you feel like you just have to give up the fight at this point, just make sure that you've done enough reconnaissance and you have the information that you yourself need to wrap up a cycle. But it looks like you're kind of throwing in the towel here with something. Again, the challenges will be not being hasty and making sure you have good boundaries. It will, the Nine of Wands in reverse is also about your inner resources. You might have to wrap up a cycle alone. It will be exhausting for you, possibly. So get plenty of rest. Okay. What's driving you guys? The Hierophant and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So the Hierophant is Taurus. Um, this could be the Hierophant is a messenger. The Hierophant represents community, tradition, the system. It can be a serious commitment. It is the marriage card sometimes. It is often a card of self-embetterment and higher learning. It can also, so it can be university or a big company. So I can see that you guys are being very influenced by society at large and family and tradition and community. But I can, and this level of commitment and the path of self embetterment, wanting to take a very traditional, conservative, modest, and pious approach. But I can also see that you're having a hard time with the repetitive tasks that you're having to put in. For some of you, this is a job that you work for that maybe brings a lot of security and you're working on self development, but you're having a hard time mastering something that you've been putting a lot of work into. When the Eight of Pentacles comes in reverse, make sure you're not working on something because you've got nothing better to work on. Don't expect perfection out of yourself. If you're feeling uninspired by something that brings you a lot of security, ask yourself, is this really part of my self development? And if you're just feeling a little drained or overworked this week, maybe take a break. Practice does make perfect. Some of you are tired of working a night shift, but this could be a boss. The night of the Hierophant is where we really have to play by the rules sometimes. But the Eight of Pentacles in reverse suggests something is somewhat uninspiring to you, and it's just sort of a day after day droning feeling. So maybe take some time to regroup. It's okay to march to the beat of your own drum and answer to you yourself first and foremost, but consider what you're working for and why, and if this Hierophant is pressure in any way. But deep within, this could be also you trying to say to someone else, why are you not working on this with me? You could be the boss to someone who is not putting a lot of work in for you. Some of you, this could be a counselor or a doctor. The Hierophant is often something in the healing arts as well. This could have to do with work. Deep within, I love what I see. Recent past and deep within. Page of Wands, Nine of Cups, and Justice. So deep within, what's driving you is you, Libra. Here's the card of Justice. Justice came out for you in your love reading on Soma, Chandra, Libra yesterday. Some of you are going through something in court. The fact that Justice came in the upright says to me, if any of you are going through anything in court, you might really be happy. It might really open up something for you that allows you to be passionate and discover more. This could have to do with a child as well, because I have the full 2 pages um, as well. So for some of you, this is about a kid. But I can see that deep within, you have some choices to make that you really need to listen to both your head and your heart and take both into account and really sticking to the truth. Again, if something is going down in a court of law, the court system will be fair. Justice will be served. I think this will make you happy. I see that you're going towards total wish fulfillment, finally feeling balanced. And I think it has to do with something you might have had to throw in the towel with, but you are going for wish fulfillment. You do want to be free spirited. This could be a person in your life that's very free spirited and really likes to feel happy in the moment. You might feel as though you want to serve justice upon them because you're kind of overwhelmed by it. Maybe your justice and the Hierophant and death saying something really has to change. Just know if this is another person you're dealing with, they will not be tied down. They very much just want to be happy in the moment. But this is meant to be you, Libra, going towards your dreams, getting excited, maybe a little antsy, knowing that you have to be balanced moving forward at all times. Yeah. What your soul is telling you to do, this is the advice that your guides are giving you, the Hermit and the Star. So this could be a Virgo or an Aquarius or another Libra. I see your guides are saying to you, if you need to spend some time alone right now, that's okay. Really search your soul about decisions moving out of August into September. It's okay to withdraw and go on your own solo spirit walk. The hermit likes to do that. He likes to go off and find himself alone. So you're meant to be in a process of finding yourself, searching your own soul, and allowing yourself to heal from something. Because I have creating through the ashes, forgiveness, and death, and then death here. And this hierophant could be someone you're going to that helps you with some productivity. You might really be going through a process of renewal right now. It's okay to lean on family and even government support to help with resources and finances and work, even. I just heard that just now. Your guides are saying to you, now is a time of spiritual renewal. Now is the time to get on your destined path and feel alignment with your own soul and the divine, and to heal from things and create through the ashes. It's okay to search your own soul and spend some time alone for a while you do that. But again, some of you might have an Aquarius or a Virgo in your life, or you have that in your chart coming through strong. This could be a person withdrawing from you. If they are, they need to heal. What's coming in for you? Strength in reverse to the Two of Pentacles. Well, some of you are really trying to juggle and keep a lot going in your life, and you're going to be very busy. You might feel as though you barely have enough resources to make it all work. You will. If this is about finances and money, some of you are like, oh my gosh, Soma Chandra, I'm not working right now, or I hate my job. I only have two pentacles to rub together. It's draining me. If that's happening for you, make note of that. If you want to go discover something else that excites you, that will bring wish fulfillment and balance in your life, just think about it a little bit and think about what my North Star is. That will help bring a little bit more excitement. Try to get grounded. I can see with strength here in reverse, some of you are dealing with a Leo. That Leo might be very busy and not giving you a lot of attention if that's the case. Um, or they might be having some financial troubles. But this is meant to be you, Libra. I do see you guys feeling drained. I see you withdraw. I have a couple cards here that indicate you might be ending something because you can't have strength of character in the situation. You feel as though it's triggering you towards impulsivity. You might have a hard time taming raw emotion or pride or ego or your own personal desires. It may be difficult for you to have strength of character. You may feel the need to retreat, search your own soul a bit. Again, get rest, Libra, because something is draining you. But I do see you trying to keep it all together here with the Two of Pentacles. You may face a situation where your strength of character is tested and you're like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Um, just listen to your intuition, and it's okay to ask someone for help as long as that you don't feel like you're being oppressed by tradition or your community or obligations. You definitely want to go towards the path of self and betterment. But I see you guys keeping it together. I just see something draining you. I see something draining you, and that you need your inner resources. You might be a little frustrated with communication as well. The way you see yourself, these can be gotten into the upright easily. The Knight of Wands in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. So for some of you, this is about travel, relocation, or forward motion. I think that the Chariot will idle in the garage this week. The night energy, the nights when the nights come out, I always tell people it's difficult to sustain night energy. And a couple weeks ago, I think for a couple weeks in a row on my other channel, Soma Chandra Libra, you did get the Knight of Wands and you got him in the upright quite a bit. And I remember saying to you then, and I'll say it again now, don't beat yourself up if you're feeling a plateau in your energy. It's difficult to sustain a knight. Unless you're 20 years old, it's difficult to be the Knight of Wands and the Chariot. You know, some of you are losing a little bit of your passionate drive this week. So watch for impulsivity, anger, a rebellious nature. There's definitely nothing wrong with being rebellious, but the Knight of Wands feels like in reverse has a scattered energy. He dives into passion projects. It's like, yeah, I'm totally going to redo the garage. It's going to be done in 3 weekends. And then 2 months later, you're like, I haven't even painted these walls. What am I doing? So make yourself a plan, allow yourself to get rest. I think your passion might be waiting for something right now, or you're having a hard time with an on again, off again energy in your life. For some of you, this is about travel, relocation, moving forward. Some of you are dealing with a fire sign or a Cancer. The Chariot in reverse suggests you're having a hard time determining the direction that you're going in. And you might be driving too fast, too hard, too quickly at something out of haste. So make sure you're accountable for the direction you're going in. Make sure that you're listening to your own soul when you calibrate that GPS moving forward. I see you guys just losing a little bit of drive. Not sure you can drive towards something with victory and success. A little bit of the passion fizzling for you. That's because you look kind of drained and you need to spend some time alone. Allow yourself to do that. Allow yourself to do that. An energy around you. I don't know who this is, Libra. This could be a friend, family member, a romantic partner, or love interest, possibly. All of these cards came in the upright. They see themselves as the Three of Pentacles. So it's a person. This could also be your response to the environment as well, Libra. But if it's a person around you, you may work with them. You're in the beginning phases of getting to know them. They want to cooperate. They want to be recognized and rewarded for what they bring to the table. The way they feel about you is the Two of Cups. They care about you. They want to have a face to face, heart to heart conversation where emotion is involved and there will be something emotionally productive between the two of you. They have feelings for you, they care about you. Their action towards you is the Three of Wands. I clarified this a little bit more, but the Three of Wands is where we make plans for the future. You could be at a distance from this person. They watch, they wait, they're trying to have foresight about a situation. They might be trying to figure out how to move forward in the relationship. The Three of Wands is about examining the full passionate growth potential of something. And I was like, wow. And even if this is you, Libra, this could be about a new relationship or a new job or moving somewhere. You might have to work in a group dynamic. You're making future plans. Perhaps you will have a really productive job interview this week, face to face. If it's a job interview, don't skip the Zoom meeting. It will go well. They will think about you and examine the full growth potential. They'll think you're cooperative or you're looking for, this could also be about self-development and, you know, can I build upon and implement what I've learned? I really want to plan for the future. I want to look in the mirror and feel good about myself, but I did mean it to be a person around you. I looked a little bit further. I was like, okay, well, what are they thinking about with the Three of Wands here? Because that's where we stand there and we plan for the future and we examine the growth potential. They're invested if it's another person. And I got the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Empress. So they definitely want to be generous. They want to be giving. This sometimes has to do with child support or funds in some way, but not necessarily. They want to give, but they'll only give so much. They only have so much to give, but they are invested in equal give and take. They may have other options or they may dream about you, but the Empress is here. That's you, Libra. This could be a mother. The Empress is a Libra, a Taurus, a wife, a married woman. It's a person that wants to get very creative. So this could also be you, Libra, looking for a situation that allows you to truly be the Empress, where your high standards and your creative abilities really shine. You might have a lot of options in front of you. You might be thinking, what's gonna give me enough resources that I can move towards abundance? But if it's a person around you, I think that they are invested in you, but they're not entirely sure where they stand. You might be shining out above a lot of other options for them, or they could simply be dreaming about you, maybe some wishful thinking. It will be different for different people. The way you're feeling Five of Swords in reverse to the Seven of Swords in reverse. This is interesting and it's pretty legitimate. The Five of Swords in reverse is where we don't want to deal with conflict anymore. We don't want to have to fight and win at all costs. You might be hanging on to some past resentment about some stuff this week. You might want to make some reconciliations, or someone might want to fight through change with you. I don't know that you want to do that. You're simply not interested in fighting through change and winning at all costs. Something has been draining you. You will also feel a little bit of an identity crisis, maybe. The Seven of Swords can be a card of insecurity. I think you feel as though you need to make your own luck in this situation. You may struggle to be flexible and adaptable. You may have a hard time. You might catch yourself within some self deceit. We all go through that. Like, did I kid myself? Did I cheat myself? I'm feeling guilty. I want to turn over a new leaf. That comes out in all different parts of our lives for all different reasons. I see you guys not wanting to cheat yourself or kid yourself and not wanting to fight through something. You may catch someone being deceitful or strategic with you, but you want to reconcile about it, or conversely, again, the Seven of Swords has been speaking to me in very positive ways, where some of you are struggling to, these are both cards of someone taking something that doesn't belong to them. You don't want to do that. And you also don't want anyone to do that to you either. So, and the Seven of Swords comes in reverse when we feel like, who am I in a situation? Can I be the lone wolf? Can I be flexible and adaptable? I see you struggling to fight through something. And I see that you might, your own thoughts and actions and your motivations might be in question for you or someone else's this week. Yeah, that's what they're saying now. So watch for those feelings, own them, be honest with yourself about them, and ask yourself, search your soul about it and say, does this take me towards my true north? Can I have renewal now as I let go of this? This might just be bullshit you're trying to get away from because it's draining you and you're like, I don't want to hear about it, or I don't want to talk about it. Or someone's being hasty and low energy and not having strength of character with you, and you're like, I'm not doing this. Yes, I'm frustrated. I see no forward motion here. Just use this time to calibrate your own GPS and get your own energy back and think about what you're working for and why. Yeah. But we're ending on the Fool. And I clarified it. The Knight of Swords went flying out of the deck and I watched it hit spiraled and I was like, oh, is it going to land upright or reverse? It landed upright. So you have two knights on the table. Classic Libra. You're the Fool. Whatever it is, you're going to go for it. And you're going to seize the moment and go out on a limb and take a risk, because watch for tunnel vision. The Knight of Swords will often go charging in like a lunatic. Dun da da da. I am the Knight of Swords. It's carpe diem. Catch me if you can, people. And you definitely don't feel out of your league. You're just going to go diving right in, feeling pretty powerful here with the Knight of Swords. It's a classic air energy. You could be dealing with someone who's a knight, who's a young, fast-paced, foolish kind of person, but that's not a bad thing. The Fool is the most powerful card in the deck. So I'm really hoping this is you, Libra, taking that leap of faith, starting new journeys, feeling very light and free. I just felt my heart chakra lift. You're going to leave the past behind and move forward, feeling pretty lighthearted, the world being at your fingertips. I love that. The world at your fingertips. And seizing the moment, taking a risk, going for it. And I love it, but that's why your guides, their advice to you is, you're totally okay to be the Fool and to seize the moment and charge in your life towards victory and fast-paced change and action. Make sure you're going exactly where you want to go and if it will bring renewal. But it looks like the world's at your fingertips now, Libra. It's time for new changes. Just allow for the forgiveness to come in your heart and know that through forgiveness and through this, the eternal cycle beginning, you will create through the ashes. Yeah, that's really beautiful and amazing. One of the best readings I've done all week. Okay, Libra, so that's what's happening the 20th through the 26th. I hope it resonates with you and I hope it helps you. Book a private reading with me if you want to work with me personally, because I'm always here to listen to the universe for you, Libra. I really love you guys. I'll see you next time.